burn through your credits instantly when you start vibe coding. Trust me, I have been there. But before you think about upgrading to a more expensive plan, have you assessed your prompting style? Prompting can take a while to get to grips with, but once you learn, you'll be able to make your credits go much further. In this video, I'm going to be giving you all my tips and tricks for getting the most out of your prompts and maximizing your vibe coding plan. So what is a prompt? A prompt is just the sentence you share with an AI agent to guide its response. Just like you might ask ChatGPT to write you a CV based on your work history, you can also provide a prompt so that an AI agent such as Hosting a Horizons or Base44 can write code for your website or app. It's very important that you get your prompts right because if you put something confusing in, you'll get something confusing out. Vague prompts will waste time and credits and give poor results. If you're writing vague prompts such as make the color theme purple and blue, followed by revert the background to white and make the purple slightly lighter, you could have just wasted 3 credits and not yet achieved exactly what it is that you wanted. You could have achieved everything all in one well-crafted prompt. Vibe coding is an iterative process, so after your first prompt, you'll need to continue prompting in the chat until you're happy with your project. You can ask the chatbot to change the app's design, add new features and blocks, and even change the backend and database. So let's go through some of these prompts as I take you through a real-time build on Hosting a Horizons. I want to build a pricing calculator for my handmade pottery business. So prompt 1 could be create an app to calculate pricing, but that is a little vague. So we can start with this instead. Create a pricing calculator app for my pottery business. Create separate categories for material costs, overheads, and bills, and let me input the size of the product. The app should have a user-friendly interface that my team can easily pick up. You can see that this prompt has provided me with more bespoke results from the start because I specified the app's purpose, features I wanted, and who it's for. Your second prompt might then be a couple of design tweaks. So I want this to be nice and minimal, but using the company colors, pale pink and green. If you know the hex codes for your brand's colors, then it's definitely worth using them. If you really want to save credits, most vibe coding platforms offer a manual editor where you can make small visual changes such as fonts or your color scheme for free. Using my third prompt, I want to add a new feature. I want to add a shipping calculator so I can write, for each price calculated, also calculate the shipping cost of that product using the size of the item and the relevant packaging costs. If at any point the AI makes an error, you can ask it to fix it. For example, I might say this: don't put the shipping calculator on a separate page, put it next to the price calculator so that it can all be seen together. That way everything is clear to my employees using the interface. Now, it's worth noting that you can burn through credits pretty quickly on the free plan. You can see how many credits just these few prompts have burnt through. So that's why you need to make every prompt count and make sure it's clear and effective, especially on a free plan. Let's run through some prompting tips and tricks that I've learned while vibe coding so you don't make the same mistakes that I did. Plan out your prompts before you start. I've wasted so many credits by not having a plan and writing vague prompts. Use ChatGPT for help or use the planning modes that are built into some vibe coding tools like Base44 or Replit. Remember that prompts don't work in isolation. The AI chat uses the entire conversation as context. If the AI goes off track, you can ask it to revert back to the style guide or product requirements documents you shared previously. It's vital to create a product requirements document at the start of the process, just like a brief for a real-life designer or developer. Work on design first, then add elements and features. Once the AI learns how you want the app to look and feel, it will replicate this across new elements, saving you time and credits. Use the right language to explain the look and feel that you want. Do you want something to look more retro or abstract, classic or adventurous? If you struggle to find the right language, add mock-ups and screenshots of how you want the app to look. This is also where you can use ChatGPT to help you find the right words to bring your prompt to life. Be sure to use references and examples of other apps or websites if you like. give the AI agent some inspiration. This is a huge time saver when it comes to steering it in the right direction and avoiding any misunderstandings. And by the way, if you need more guidance and expert tips on vibe coding, head on over to websitebuilderexpert.com for our full range of helpful articles on vibe coding. Tell your AI agent if you're unhappy with its results and why you're unhappy. This will help it to understand your requirements better, but it can also lead to unexpected results. Some AI agents will create a new page or feature for free without using any of your credits if you tell them they haven't done an adequate job on something. Experiment to find the right balance of providing clear, simple, actionable prompts and getting the best bang for buck for your credits. Try to make your prompts as detailed as possible, but don't add more than a few deliverables in a single prompt as it may overwhelm the AI agent. Be sure to include must-have details such as certain features or compatibility with certain tech or software early on. Tell the AI agent what you want the tech stack to be. And finally, while the advice in this video is universal, each vibe coding tool works differently, so check their guides on prompting for platform-specific prompt optimizations. After watching this video, I hope you feel more confident with vibe coding, but if you do have any questions about anything I've covered in this video, then feel free to drop a comment down below and I will do my best to answer them. We've got loads of other helpful videos on our channel about coding, so check those out and make sure that you hit that subscribe button and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.